morning. This is Jamal Hassan from the Voice Studio in Washington, D.C., USA. Welcome to my show. The voice is your voice. Today, I'm going to introduce Dr. Anjuman Ara Islam. Dr. Islam is an engineer and researcher by training, currently working in a leadership role in the water and environment sector. She is also a political analyst with a sharp lens on unfolding events, known for connecting the dots and revealing the deeper dynamics behind the headlines. Dr. Islam, welcome to my show.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jamal Hassan, and thank you all the viewers, who already joined, and hello and assalamu alaikum.
Today, we will discuss your personal experience during the mass upheaval happened during July, half of July and part of August of 2024. When I first heard the story, it was simply bone-chilling and very exciting story. And we know, we Bangladeshis, we don't do the oral history records or documentation that well. We are known to be reluctant in this field. But Dr. Islam, we know this movement, which toppled Sheikh Hasina administration of Bangladesh, was not only spontaneous people's movement, it was meticulously designed by deep state of the Biden administration of USA in collusion with USAID and IRI, which is called International Republic Institute. Even former US State Department official Mike Benz, in a recent interview with Tucker Carlson, admitted there was a deep role of USAID. President Trump of USA not too long ago said $29 million spent in fomenting trouble in Bangladesh. It's very unfortunate. It happened. And you know that, Dr. Islam, that this movement was not only engineered by George Soros, deep state, Biden administration, it was also partly enhanced by global Islamists. In USA, Omar Suleiman, the Palestinian American activist, or in UK, Muhammad Hijab, another Islamist leader, or even Al Jazeera reporter in Dhaka, they all played some role in toppling Sheikh Hasina administration. Now, let's go back to your story. Dr. Islam, in the month of July, where were you? I'm talking about beginning of July of 2024. Where were you located?
Thank you, Mr. Hassan, for asking me this question. I do not know really how to portray it, whether I should tell it a miracle or whether it's an extreme coincidence, but I was in Bangladesh. The reason I'm calling it as a coincidence, because at the beginning of 2024, we wanted to travel to Bangladesh along with all my family members. So we decided, so my husband basically said that, okay, this will be your New Year gift for this year. And we thought that, okay, we will push the travel a little bit towards the middle of summer because of the election. So we thought that, okay, the election will be over in 2024. You know that there was election. So that's why we decided to go during July, middle of July. So before our travel date actually appeared, there were some unrest going on in Bangladesh. We knew that there were some movement led by students demanding abolishing quota, which was already abolished by the, I think, the government ordinance. But I knew that there were some unrest going on, but still we decided to go. And
I'm sorry to interrupt the question. That exactly, Can you give the dates, which date the movement started or unrest?
So that's where I was going to. So I did not follow Bangladesh politics very closely because I was busy taking care of my work and then packing and all this. So our travel date was July 18th. So when we got into plane, I knew that there were something going on, but I thought that it's just a quota related protest led by students, and quota was not there. And there were some, I think a group of people appealed against abolishing quota, but I thought that it will be fine because it is in the appellate division of Bangladesh Supreme Court, so or maybe High Court. But I thought that it will be an easy fix. So I didn't realize that it can lead to this big regime change. So I landed in Bangladesh on July 19th. Like the reason I'm saying July 19th because it was after midnight of July 18th.
You have an experience, you told me, in the plane, in the airplane. Can you elaborate that? For example, that suddenly the people were looking into their, I mean, inspecting their iPhones, or suddenly there was like a hue and cry or something like that. Can you just go back to that incident,
Yeah.
like inside the plane?
Yes, that was interesting. So we landed in Doha, Qatar, for our next leg to Bangladesh. And as I was waiting in, right before we on take like we board onto planes, there were people, all Bangladeshis, because from that Doha to Bangladesh leg, it's mostly Bangladeshis who travel. So I started hearing all these screaming and noises and very like. Protest kind of noise I was hearing, but I was not paying much attention. But then I turned on my Facebook out of curiosity and realized that there somehow this protest turned into a massive riot, and there were arson and the videos of arson and the fighting and collision I started seeing. But then I had to board onto the plane, and in the plane, all of a sudden it seemed to me that it became like I was shocked because of the type of noise I was hearing. So then again, I looked into my Facebook. I realized that a lot of my Facebook friends were actually sharing videos of some firing incident that happened in one big building, and then there were beating on cars, like mostly government vehicles, and also there were Dhaka Metro Rail, that was a popular mass transportation in Bangladesh. So the Metro Rail was on fire. So everybody was talking about it, but I did not realize why this is happening. And people were saying that it is a part of the quota movement, and I was like, why? So and then I had to turn off my internet like data because the plane took off basically. So I knew something was going on, but then I was out of touch for a few hours.
Okay, now you landed on 19th of July in
Yeah,
Dhaka.
yeah.
How was the airport, Dhaka airport? I mean, the situation
That
there.
was another very interesting experience because I travel to Bangladesh every year. And as soon as I land in Bangladesh, although my phone has roaming, but I get connected to free Wi Fi at the Dhaka airport.
Mhm.
So when I landed, I was supposed to connect to the driver who came to pick us up. So I tried to connect, I couldn't, and I was very surprised what's going on. There is no, and then I tried to turn on my roaming data. That I couldn't either. So I was very surprised. But then people, I think before and after our plane was landed, there were other planes, and the travelers were waiting. I never saw that long line at the carousel through which our luggages should come. So I was very surprised why this is so, like there was very like not the regular airport I knew. So I asked, so we all were waiting for 3 4 hours, and I asked there were a few airport crew, who help people to take down luggages from carousel, or help people like elderly people to carry their luggages. So I asked them what's going on. It doesn't seem like it's a regular Dhaka airport, because the service was extremely good from my previous experiences. And they said, and then why there was no internet, and they say that those students, they were rioting for so-called quota movement, and there was no quota, but then they arsoned the BTRC fiber network, and that's why the internet, there was no internet. I say, really, they arson? So the feeling I saw among all the ground people at the airport as we were waiting for our luggages, that gave me a sense that they were not supporting the students these activities, the arsoning and all these. So nobody had any data or internet in their phone, but I tried to get some information what happened throughout the day. And then they told me about that one of the deadliest riot situation happened in Bangladesh, or Dhaka specifically. So that was my experience.
That means before it happened, before 19th of July, you were saying?
Yes.
Oh,
So it was around, say, between 1 a.m. to 3:30, 4 a.m. At Dhaka on 19th of July.
Now you came home, obviously safe and sound, and you met your parents, I mean your relatives, mother, and everything was quiet, or you saw agitation from 20th street, kind of street agitation, any kind of rallies? I'm talking about 2021, 21st of July and onwards.
Yeah, so we got our luggages. We get out of the airport, and we get into our car. And that day was a very good experience, not very good, historic experience my children had, because, as I say, that I used to go to Dhaka every year. So I traveled over the elevated expressway, but my husband, my children, they never experienced the elevated expressway. So, but although the or toll booths of elevated expressways were arsoned, but that day still we managed to go over the elevated expressway. So and by that time it was almost dawn. I was listening azan from all the masjids as we were going over the elevated expressway. So that was the last time that elevated expressway was open. So that was 19th July morning, and that was a Friday. So as soon as we reached home, I, I mean, I was getting here and there bits of pieces of information, but not so much talk about it was political. It was more on how the government entities were vandalized, and how the properties were arsoned, things like that. So I reached home, and that was a Friday. So we took small nap, a little nap, and then my children and my husband and my father-in-law, they all were getting ready to go to the Jummah. So they went to Jummah, and then it was in Dhanmondi area. So they went to Jummah, they came back. People were talking about student protest, but there was nothing. I did not hear any talk about toppling government or anything. So they came back from Jummah, but people were expecting that the students may get together again, and then they can start a procession. So people were cautious about, usually, Friday people go out for lunch invitation, dinner invitation, but there was no plan for us to go out. Usually when we go out that night, we go and people visit us. There was no such thing like that happened, because people were worried that the students can again create another riot situation.
So as we know that in course of time, the movement got bigger and bigger, and obviously, and in international field, we knew that the popularity of the movement was dynamically enhanced. And I can say in Southampton, UK, there were rallies in different parts of the world. In Leeds, UK, I think in Germany also. So many expat Bangladeshis uh, started to basically mobilize, and they wanted to basically topple Sheikh Hasina. Obviously, it happened during the end of the movement. I would say during the last week of July. But again, uh, experience you had, what we know about
There's
the.
one more thing here. As you were saying, it reminded me that so actually students led a big procession, and that turned out to be violent after that Friday Juma on 19th of July, I believe. So because of their all these activities, there was I was watching television, and through television we learned that there was this urgent government meeting. I think it was all party meeting, and then from that meeting it was declared that the government will expose curfew from that night on 8 from 8 p.m. onward or 9 p.m. onward on 19th July. I remember that.
Then you told me in a one of the informal talks, you told me that you had been traveling all across Bangladesh. Could you please go to that in those days, go back to those days when you started to roam around Bangladesh and see what the people were talking or seeing, and when you started to make the travel, like getting out of Dhaka, which day it was?
Um, So it was not that although the curfew was imposed, I we stayed at within like our house. We were going out. People were in the Dhanmondi area. People were playing, especially kids were playing in the uh, like cricket, badminton, and my family also was going out to play all these sports. And actually, kids were happy that now for the first time in their lifetime they get to know their flatmates and get to have the regular children life or like kid life that they could play outdoor games with their peers. But so that, and then every day when the curfew was reluctant for 3 to 4 hours every day, so
Or
then I
relaxed?
would
Relaxed. Yeah,
relaxed, sorry,
yeah,
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 so it
yeah.
was relaxed for 3 to 4 hours every day. So we used to hire a rickshaw and travel around the Dhaka city. I went to say Hatirpul, New Market area, and all these. And my children, like there were, street vendors from who I used to buy mangoes and lychees and all these, and fish markets. So people were actually following curfew because they had a feeling that government imposed curfew to protect citizens life. And during that curfew also we were getting so my mother-in-law who knew fish like fisherman, I should not say fisherman, but who was into fish business, and his son who was an MBA student, but he dropped out from the course because he wanted to carry on with his father's fish business. So he used to come and deliver fresh fish to us because my children loves fish. So everything was going on and people were very respectful about the imposed curfew. They knew that it was good for
Curfew
maybe.
was sorry to interrupt. Curfew was dawn to dusk, or basically exactly. Can you like
No,
eight?
from 2 to 5 p.m., there was this relaxation of curfew. So we
Okay,
used to
dawn to
get
dusk.
out.
But
Yeah.
okay, now you saw. Did you see any procession demonstration during curfew time?
No.
No. And I'm talking of. Can you tell me the dates exactly? Which days we're talking about? Was it a 20, like week of 20th, or like
So the
like maybe?
curfew was imposed from 19th July, 8 or 9 p.m. And then it was there until that verdict from High Court about that appeal the
Yeah, about
quota
the
system.
quota system.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that came out. So that
Okay.
came out, I think it was in 23rd July or 24th July. I don't remember that date in particular. But then when that verdict came out, uh, again the curfew was relaxed around 3 p.m., and that rickshaw puller who used to come and take me out for a rickshaw stroll, so he came in, and then we were, and I said that he used to complain to me because of the curfew, his income lowered and all this. So he was saying that these students who did all these vandalism and riots, they did not think about us. So he was not very happy about this whole situation. But that day in particular, I saw him very sad. And I asked him, "Why are you so sad?" And because the verdict came out, and then there will be no quota other than that 7%. But students will go back to home because they got what they wanted. So why are you sad? There will be no more curfew. And he said, "You don't know this." I'm telling you in English, but he actually told that to me in his own dialect, that what I got, because I have three daughters, and this verdict, I was really hoping that this verdict will reinstate the woman quota, so that my three daughters, who I'm struggling to make for their education, but now there is no hope for my daughters. So they say that they did not want the quotas. Not only that quota, they were against
The offspring of freedom fighters,
yeah,
or
freedom fighter of,
right?
or
Okay.
the
Yeah.
generation of freedom
Generation
fighters.
of freedom
But
fighters. Right.
uh, with that, who gave them the right? I did not give them the right to protest against women quota, and now this woman quota is not there. And so he was very sad, and he was basically crying as he was pulling rickshaw. So I told him that, okay, I don't know, I do not have much ability, but I can at least help you buying a rickshaw, so that will be some help to him. So that actually stuck to my heart, not only brain, my heart, that they, as if those students were talking in behalf of all uh, people, like the people of Bangladesh. But people were out there who did not support, not only did not support, they were against abolishing this woman quota.
Great. Okay. Now, again, I'm asking the question
Sorry.
about the demonstration. Please,
Yes.
let's recollect. Let's go back to if you can go down the memory lane. When did you start seeing demonstrations on the street?
um, So we traveled to the northern part of Bangladesh. That was probably 26th or 27th of July. And there
Okay.
was, I so far did not see any protest or demonstration or rally. In Bangla, we call that michil. I did not see any such thing. And my son was actually very eager to see, because he heard from me that during that 1990s mass student movement, there were long rallies, and the students used to chant like for stepping down of that time government. But we did not see any such thing. And so basically, I did not see it coming, although I knew that it could turn out to be, it can go in that direction, but I did not see
You
any
are talking
protest.
about other, I mean, outside Dhaka, in different parts of Bangladesh, especially.
Yes,
Yeah.
so we went to the northern part of Bangladesh, and then we were there for a couple of days. The only time I heard about something was as we went to Rajshahi, and as we were entering Rajshahi city, one of my cousins, she called me and said that do not take that route, because that will bring you through Rajshahi University, and you could face some protest, or your car could be in danger, so do not take that route. So she gave me a direction to take other route to be in their house. So that is the first time I heard out of Dhaka about possibility of some unrest.
When did you come back to Dhaka from Rajshahi?
I think it was 29th or 30th July.
Okay, now we hear, basically that story of Mugdho, Said. I mean, they got
Side
killed, and
happened. a lot earlier on 16th or 15th July. That happened before even I went to Bangladesh.
Oh, I see. Now my question is, Said got killed, whatever that way, or he died, whichever way he died, before you arrived in Dhaka. So, in a sense, you could have been witnessing exploding Dhaka, in a sense, after the death of Abu Said, but you did not witness any such big demonstration,
I
even
did
on the 19th, the day
even
you
yeah.
arrived in Dhaka.
No, I did not, because we were traveling, and then like after the curfew was relaxed a little bit, we were going out to attend dinner invitations, and we went to several restaurants, and there were live musics going on. Like it's not the inside I'm talking about. These were open air restaurants where there were singers singing with guitars and all these. So I as I say, that maybe people were talking in different tones, but I did not see any uh, unsafe situation that could alert me to travel with my children.
So, BTV, Bangladesh Television, where I used to work as a news producer years ago, the BTV building was ransacked, was damaged. Can you tell me exactly when it happened? I mean, or if you are aware of that?
Yes,
The
I heard about it. That happened that 18th of July
Oh,
before I
that even
landed.
happened before you arrived in Dhaka.
Right.
Oh, I see. And same thing with the Setu Bhavan too.
Exactly. And actually, as I was just describing earlier, as we were coming home from Dhaka airport through elevated expressway, we saw that Setu Bhavan uh, like demolished, and there were a couple of cars or big vehicles. You could tell from the appearance that they were torched, and a lot of vehicles were vandalized. But yes, we saw lots of buildings with broken windows and stuff like that. But I did not see anything after that.
You told me in an informal discussion, you told me that you uh, witnessed few demonstrations. I'm
Mhm.
not sure which part of Dhaka you saw that. Can you elaborate on that?
Yes, the first demonstration I saw was, I think it was on July 4th. The reason
I'm sorry,
August 4th, sorry.
August 4th. Yeah, you're
August
talking.
4th, right.
Yeah,
Thank
right.
you for
Yeah.
correcting me.
Mhm.
Yes, so maybe there were some protests going on, but I was not aware of those. And I actually traveled to other part of Bangladesh, like Kishoreganj, Mymensingh. I think that happened during August 2nd, 3rd, and I did not see any protests or anything over there. So on July 4th,
August 4th. I'm sorry.
August, sorry,
Going back to that. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
So August 4th,
Mhm.
I went to New Market to buy some books related to, our 1971 related books, or our Shadhinata, the freedom. So I went to purchase some books, and there were some rumor going around that there will be massive protests and rallies, and that can turn out to be another riot situation. So but I said that no, I have to buy those books. So I went to a New Market with my children and husband to purchase those books. And that was a very interesting experience. If you have some time, I can share that with you. Maybe
No,
it will
no,
be one.
definitely, definitely, please. You have the time. You have all the time.
Thank you. So that the bookshop owner, that was the owner, and I knew him from my student days. I used to go there and buy books. So he was very fascinated to see me, and I say that, could you please let me buy some of the newer books that's in the market? And he said that, you are here to buy those books. Are you sure you will? It may not be very safe to carry those books. I say, why? And he said that, so basically those are books about Mukti Juddho, and
You mean
like
our liberation struggle, Bangladesh
liberation
independence movement?
in the independent war and all
Yeah.
these. So I said, why? And he said, no, and I told him specifically that this movement or whatever unrest is going on, that has nothing to do with our liberation or and those students who usually tie Bangladesh flag
Flag. Yeah,
as
right. Yeah.
bandana. So why do you think that they are against our liberation war? And he said, no, I don't have a very good feeling about this whole thing. So anyway, so we had this discussion. I purchased those books, and he said, "Let me actually wrap them in brown paper." And I
I
said,
want to interject something. The vendor, the bookseller, had
"The
the gut
bookseller,
feeling that something is going on, which is
yes,
probably anti-Bangladesh movement or anti-liberation, whatever you call it. So he
yes."
had the gut feeling that the stakeholders of the movement are anti-Bangladesh.
Yeah, that was his feeling. And I asked him that the students are using verses from Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, so why are you afraid that these books can cause me harm? And he said, no, there is it's better to be safe than like get into
Sorry.
trouble. Yeah. So then something happened. A call came in, and my husband had to go back home. So I told him that could you carry these books to home while me and my son wanted to roam around a little more.
As if you are carrying contraband items. Okay.
Exactly, exactly.
Right, right. Yeah.
So then he had to go home. So he went home, and me and my son, but my husband was cautioning me that things can go out of hand in times, and be careful. I say, yes, I will, and I will get the information, first hand information, from the policemen who were actually, like, the traffic police. So me and my son get out from Newmarket, and that other side, the Ajimpur side gate.
Yeah.
So my intention is to go to the Shahid Minar. So there were a couple of policemen. So I reached out to them, and I was asking them that I have been hearing different types of information. Is there any risk if I go to the university area and the Shahid Minar, and I want to show my son the Karjan Hall and all these? So he said, no, today it is absolutely safe, there is no problem, you can go in that area, although there will be some like chanting and those, but it will be safe. I do not have any information, but be careful about tomorrow. And I say, what is going to happen tomorrow, meaning like 5th of August?
Right.
So I say, why? And he say that no, the students declared Cholo Dhaka, but Dhaka Jai, like let's go to
Yeah.
Dhaka
Yeah.
movement.
Right. Right.
That used
Rally
to,
towards Dhaka.
yes,
Rally.
so rally towards Dhaka. So that used to, I think that was set for August 6th, but they brought it back on August 5th. So I say, okay, but that will be student rally. But so the police just cautioned me that, okay, today it will be safe. Don't worry about today, but be careful about going out tomorrow. I say, okay. So that's me. I always get information from the actual people, not like what is floating around the air. So we went to the Shahid Minar with my son, and there I saw a group of people standing there talking. I don't know what they're doing, but I did not pay much attention to what they were talking. But there were students, and I saw students wearing bandana, that Bangladesh flag bandana. So my
How
son,
many students you saw, or young people, like on a
maybe 50,
day?
100,
Huh? Few
50
hundred.
to 100, or
Oh,
maybe 150.
okay. So you and your son, he was the adolescent. He was probably 18-year-old.
That time he was almost 18. Yeah.
18. So, and not your husband. He was
No,
not
it
with you.
was just me and my son, and we requested a rickshaw puller to help us, like carry us for next couple of hours or so, so that we can travel around.
Okay. You rented the rickshaw for a couple of hours. Okay.
Yes, or
Then
maybe 3 hours.
you went to Shahid Minar.
Right.
Okay. Now,
So then they were talking, and they were talking about like Mujibir Banglaয় বৈষম্যের ঠাঁই নাই, meaning in the
mhm,
country
mhm.
created by Mujib, there was no room
Sheikh
for
Mujibur Rahman, a
Sheikh
founding
Mujibur
father.
Rahman,
Yeah,
that there
yeah.
is no room for discrimination.
Discrimination. Yeah, right.
Yes, so I was listening and all these, and then my son said, "Oh, mom, you see, they put on Bangladesh flag
Bandana.
as
Yeah.
bandana. Can I have one?" So I purchased a couple of flags, and he and I actually tied that on our forehead. And I talked to those students. I didn't know who they were, and I say that you were talking about Mujib, you were talking about, and you wear that Bangladesh flag, and few of them actually wear the Bangladesh flag with Bangladesh, yellow Bangladesh map on it.
Right, right.
So I said that you are pro Bangladesh, and you were talking about, and then they were using this torjoni, right? That the
Mhm.
symbol,
Oh, oh,
yeah,
Bangabandhu's like, yeah,
Bangabandhu's, yeah.
right, right, right. Yeah. Mhm.
And so I said, where is Joy Bangla? And they say that, like, they were shaken up, that why do you say that? I say, yeah,
Oh,
Joy Bangla was Bangabandhu's slogan,
the
and
battle
that
cry of
slogan
Bangladesh. Right, right.
created Bangladesh, and all our Muktijodha or freedom fighters, they used that slogan to inspire people, and then actually keep their motivation high and all this. So why are you not using that? And I still remember those faces when I said that. And I say, okay, so if you can start it, I will start it. So me and my son actually started chanting Joy Bangla. And then the
In the
Rikapura,
day of 4th of August 2024,
yes, it was
in
around
Shahid Minar.
1 p.m. It was around 1 p.m. or maybe
Unbelievable,
12 p.m.
unbelievable story. Okay, now go ahead.
Yes. So then the rickshaw puller, who we hired for next few hours, so he also joined us, and he also started. As I was saying, he also chanted. So we were there for next 2-3 minutes, and I had a lot of area to cover, so we
During
left.
the time, again, I'm repeating it. I mean, sorry, you already said, but I want to again emphasize on that. When you are shouting, when you are raising your voice, Joy Bangla, those bandana clad, those yeah, Gen Z guys or girls,
I didn't know
Generation
who they
Z,
were.
what they will listen to you probably, but were they kind of becoming kind of agitated, or they did not show any emotions toward?
They were
Uh,
silent. They were just looking at me. Who is she? Like, that blank eyes, that they didn't know what is happening. Who is she?
Actually, they even they were angry with you. They did not show any emotion.
There was no emotion. They were just looking at me. And then I say that, okay, keep on going with, but do it with Joy Bangla. So I told them, and then I purchased a couple of green coconuts, and I gave one to the rickshaw puller. I took one, my son took one, and then we left that place.
Fantastic. Now, this is the
And
day
I
you.
actually did a Facebook live from there as we were chanting. I put it on live.
I hope the record is still there. I hope it's still there.
I hope so, but the Facebook's new policy that they take down videos after 30 days. I don't know. I didn't go back and see,
Oh,
because it
yeah,
was
okay.
very common.
Now, your son wanted to visit 32, Dhanmondi 32, the Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman's residence.
Um,
Can you go to
but
that story?
that day, few more things happened. I think it will interest you. So we took the stroll in the university area, and then he wanted to buy few things from, not from the known brand shops. So I said,
I mean,
okay,
your
let's go.
son. You're talking about your son.
My son, he wanted to
Okay.
buy a pair of jeans from, like, that the market that was beside New Market. So after all this traveling, that rickshaw puller was still with us, and there was nothing like, we surrounded Dhaka Medical. Actually, we had to stop because the police said that you have to take the backside of Dhaka Medical. So we did that. We followed the rules and all this. So then we came to that market, which is beside New Market, and I entered. Then I had to let the rickshaw puller go because I didn't know how long it will take. So we went inside that market, and we were there for a while, like 2 hours, because they had to do some adjustment to all these clothings that we purchased. So after that, there were some conversation going on, and I could tell the businessmen or the shop owners were 30% of the shop owners were supporting the students. And here is the interesting part. By that time, it came out that this is a 1 point movement, which is we want Sheikh Hasina to step down. That is the day when we learned, while in that store or in that market, we learned that they are demanding Sheikh Hasina step down. So people, like as I say, that more people who were in favor of Sheikh Hasina stepping down uh, demand, they were talking about it, but the other people remained silent. And you can tell from the conversation, people who remained silent, they did not participate in that conversation, but few people were actually discussing about that. So that was an interesting experience I had. And then I got few phone calls. People were calling me to caution me to stay at home on 5th of August. And I say that I will do whatever I feel like doing. You don't have to.
Yeah, but you are still talking about 4th of August.
Yes, I'm still talking about 4th of August. So after we purchased those clothes, we went downstairs, like the first floor of that market. And my son wanted to buy some paintings, like, rural Bangladesh paintings for his dorm room. So as we were choosing from those paintings, one of the shop owner who is from Charukala, he actually told us that he studied, he did his undergrad from Charukala. So he was
The
saying that,
art college. I mean, art college. Yeah.
That's a part of Dhaka
Dhaka
University.
University, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was telling us that, I don't know how long I will be able to stay in business, because if that actually happened, that if Sheikh Hasina for some reason decide to step down, and the Bangladesh will not be similar, and I don't know how people, or whether I can continue with my business. So they were like anxious in which direction Bangladesh will be going, and I remained quiet and I was just
Oh, so
listening.
basically, he was indicating that when if Sheikh Hasina is out, the Bangladesh may go the deep down the jihadi type of situation, or very much a religiously conservative society.
Uh,
He
could
was
be, but
probably
I'm
indicating
just
that.
telling you what I heard, what concerns I heard from people. I'm
He
not
was an
putting
artist, and he was saying that.
I'm not
Yeah,
uh, telling what I was thinking or what was going on in
yeah,
my
I
mind.
understand, but I'm talking about the gentleman's. Basically, what he was indicating, that it could be a Islamized, or very much a ultra orthodox country. So.
Yes, and the liberal minded people who invest, not meaning like monetary invest, who invested themselves in this art and culture, what may happen to them. That was the main worry if
Hmm,
the
hmm.
country to go towards that
Okay,
direction.
okay, yeah.
So that time, as we were making the purchase, those paintings, there was this massive screaming, I should say, in that market. And that market, it's called, I think it is Chondrima market or something,
Yeah, near the new market, actually.
near the new market.
Yeah.
So that market had several gates, collapsible gates.
Mhm.
So we heard the chanting that close the gate, students are coming, it may they may vandalize this whole market, and our merchandise may be in risk, and all this. Uh, so they closed those collapsible gates, and we were still inside. And I did not feel unsafe or anything, and my son wanted to see the rally. That was the first rally I saw. So we and my husband in the meantime called and told me that I have heard that there is a big rally coming from the science laboratory square. So where are you? And I said, I'm in a market, and people seem very nice, and there is nothing to be worried about. I'm in a safe zone. So people were not very pleased about students. They were worrying, like when they were hearing that word students, they were like, oh my gosh, are they coming to vandalize our shop, or are like. So then through that collapsible gate, you know how those are,
Yeah,
you can
right, right.
see outside while staying
Mhm, mhm.
inside. So me and my son saw a rally, and people were saying that's how much they put together, that's how much students they managed to gather. These were like 500 students, or
Okay,
I
okay.
could not tell from their look how whether they were students or mass people, but
Mhm.
from the length of that rally, it was 500 people's rally. So that was the
Okay.
first one.
Then, your son wanted to, the most, interesting part of your narrative was your son wanted to visit 32, Dhanmondi 32,
Mhm.
Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman's residence. So did he, express his interest in month of July, or on 4th of August, exactly when he first wanted to visit Bangabandhu residence?
So the place where we were saying, my husband's parents' place, my in-laws' place, so that was very close to that Dhanmondi
Bangabandhu's,
32,
yeah, yeah,
Bangabandhu's residence.
yeah.
And my son and my husband, they were going to pray at the nearby mosque. And as they were coming from the nearby mosque, every single day, they were going to the beginning of that 32 road, Dhanmondi, and they wanted to go inside. He couldn't. So from that 19th July, remember that that was a Jummah day, and they
Mm.
wanted to went to
Friday
pray
prayer. They went
Jummah.
to Friday prayer,
Yes.
right?
Since that day, like Zohar, Asr, after every prayer, they were trying to get inside Bangabandhu's house. They couldn't because of the safety. They didn't know who is who, so they
Somebody restricted their entrance, like some of
entrance,
their
right.
security guards, or okay, okay.
So
Now,
I want to add one more thing. So remember that 4th of August, I said that we were in that market and we saw that big rally or procession passed by us.
mhm, mhm.
So after that procession passed by, they the market went into the normal business, and then they opened all these collapsible gates, and then we get out from that market with our purchased merchandises. So then I hired another rickshaw puller, and
Mhm.
I was telling them that we want to go somewhere. So then that the face I from the face of those rickshaw pullers, I could tell that they were in fear. So the rickshaw we chose, and that day it started drizzling a little bit. So you know how we put the seat cover, like I don't know whether
Right,
you
right,
have
right.
it.
You put a polythene or something. Yeah,
Polythene, yes,
yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah.
yes. So we did that, and we put on that hood. So, and then I always do that. I always initiate a conversation with the rickshaw pullers or mass people. So I asked him, what is he feeling about the procession that just passed by and all these. And then he said that they demands Sheikh Hasina's step down. And I say, yes, what do you think about it? And then he said that that was fascinating. And he said that he fears Sheikh Hasina may step down because the demand came from her own university. And the way they know Sheikh Hasina, he was like, he was in real fear that Sheikh Hasina may step down. So I said, yeah, change happens. I was just trying to initiate that conversation. I say that, why are you so fearful about that decision may come? And he said, did you see what else in their demands? I said, no, I just heard about it. And he said that they wanted a new system. I was very surprised, but I did not pay much attention. I say they want, but it was like one demand, and he said that no, there were other things in that one demand. They wanted Sheikh Hasina stepping down, but there were other demands. So then we started. We kept going on with the conversation, and my son, with his very broken Bangla, he was also asking questions to that rickshaw puller. But anyway, so that was fascinating to me that mass people whose life actually matters on the stability of the country, they were very nervous. And he said that knowing Sheikh Hasina, because the demand came from her own university that she cherishes, that's her, like, we say Praner University, that demand came from the university who is uh, like her heart belongs there. So she may step down, but the Bangladesh will change if she does that, because there were other things in that like hidden under that one. And later, once that 5th August happens and all these, I heard they were, the students, so-called students, they were talking about that the reform and notun bondobosto, but those mass people actually, they actually understood the,
They were ahead of time in a sense.
they were ahead of time. So that was an interesting piece of information I wanted to share with you. And then we reached the that area where our house was, and then I saw a couple of shorter rallies. They were chanting about Sheikh Hasina's step down demand.
Then you went to, actually, you took your son also to Dhanmondi 32. It was on the 4th of August.
Yes, we tried to go there again. We failed, and I was asking them what is the security status, because I have been seeing in Facebook that there were plans to arson Dhanmondi
And
32.
you told them about drone attack or something?
Oh, that was not that day. That was the next day, on 5th of August.
Oh, okay. Okay. Can you now explain that exactly how it goes?
Yes, I can. I just have to think about the detail, because so many things happened on that particular day. So 4th of August, we came home. By that time, it was, the rumor was widespread that Sheikh Hasina is stepping down, and there was this rumor also going around that the army may take over, but then army, like, there were different types of rumor. I was listening, and there were phone calls, and I also tried to reach out few people to get some information what happened. And one of the rumor that was going around, that Sheikh Hasina's younger sister, Sheikh Rehana, she flew from Bangladesh. So I called somebody and asked, and they said no, actually that was wrong, because she came in, the piece of paper that was
Or the
spreading
boarding
around
pass?
through. Yes, so
The
that was
boarding.
not
Yeah.
her departure paper, it was her arrival document. So she just flew into Bangladesh. So there is no those are all rumored that Sheikh Hasina may step down. So maybe it was going around in her head, but I'm just telling you what my experience is. So then that night I couldn't sleep. I was waking up every now and then, and that rickshaw pullers that verse, that the country will change, because they, under that 1 point demand, they actually uh, they had hidden agendas. So that they want a new system. So that actually was haunting me throughout the night. I called my relatives few times and tried to. So I had a nightmare also. But anyway, so then comes 5th of August, right? Morning, and I had an 5th of August, late at night, like after 12, meaning like 6th of August was my departure flight from Bangladesh. So I had to take care of few things, official paperwork processing and all this. So I was supposed to go out to the other part of Dhaka in Mirpur. So my husband said, do not go by yourself, I will accompany you, because there is a rumor that things can go into other directions. So he accompanied me. So we hired another rickshaw puller. So we got onto the rickshaw around say 9:30. We went to do our official work, and then we were passing that Manikmya Avenue, and there was nothing. There were some people from, I think they were a part of army, I guess. I can't, like, from their dress it appeared to me that they are from the Bangladesh defense. So nothing happened. We went there, and we took some selfies. So I have all these photos and videos and everything. Now when I look back, these are now fascinating photos. So anyway, we went there and we finished our paperwork, our official work, and then we came back. On our way back, I said, let's go and see what's the status at in front of Gano Bhavan. So, but there were, those barricades. We couldn't go near Gano Bhavan, but I inspected the entrance,
Dhanmondi is the Prime Minister's official residence you're
Prime
talking
Minister's official
about. Oh,
residence. So
all right.
there were like police who were trying to protect the barricade. Nothing unusual I saw. There were some gatherings I saw of people, but I couldn't tell who were who. But then I tried to enter and try to go to that Bangabandhu's house from that side. I couldn't, but I asked them where is the protective vehicles, or if, and there was this plan going around to arson Bangabandhu's house.
You
But I
were
said,
actually going from Manikmia Avenue through Shat Masjid Road or Mirpur Road
Shah
towards
Masjid Road I'm talking
the
about.
road towards Dhanmondi
Yes.
number 32.
And
Okay,
there
okay.
was no sign of any protective vehicles or fire brigade vehicles to stop arson, if there is any. I did not see that. So then I came through the lakeside to enter Botrish number or 32's, like that residence, Bangabandhu's residence. And I could not enter, but I did not see any fire brigade like vehicles to stop arson or stop fire if that actually happened. So I spoke with somebody at the gate, not the actual gate. There was this barricade. So at the barricade, they created this temporary office, I guess. So somebody came out and I asked, "Who are you?" And he said, "I'm from SB." And he was interrogating me, "Who am I?" And I said that you don't need to know. I am just a Bangladeshi citizen, and I'm pro 71, and this house has historic value. And if the country actually goes towards the other direction, and I'm seeing through the social media that they are planning to arson this house, but I do not see any preparation to stop that. Or even if that happens, I do not see any preparation to protect the house. And they said, "No, we have our own plan," and all this. So I was very sad, and I said, "Okay, I do not see any plan or any protective
Measure.
vehicles to protect that." So I was sad, and what could I can do? So, but the thing is, there was this wreath. Yeah, that's that. But that was afterwards, around 3-4 p.m. That picture was taken. So that breaks my heart when I see that picture. So we came home by around 11:30. It was a hot summer day, very muggy. So I was not feeling well. I wanted to take a shower, but my friends started calling me that things are going downhill and the
It
country.
was still 5th of August you were talking
5th
about.
of August around 12 p.m. And then at around 12:30, I started getting that news that Sheikh Hasina may leave the country. And on the TV screen, it was coming as a scroll that uh, the army chief, what's his name, Mr.
General Walker Zaman.
Yeah, he is set to give a public address around 2:30 p.m. And so my husband and my son, they went to pray Asr, or maybe it was Zohar. I can since then all my memory is very like cloudy. I can't remember very well. I was devastated. I was very sad. And my son, and then from our rooftop we could see the mushroom, the cloud of smoke, and all these. And
Coming from Dhanmondi 32, Bangabandhu's residence, you was.
exactly.
Okay. So you saw houses burning from your
I did
home,
not see the house was burning. I saw the smoke,
from your rooftop. Okay.
black
Yeah.
smoke from my rooftop. And
Okay.
but as people were in Dhanmondi, they saw how the house was burning, and from the other side of the lake. These photos are from, I think, outside the house, but the photo I had was from the outside, the other side of the lake.
Then you also visited, I can't, if you can tell me which day you visited the burnt house, and
That
and
was
what you
6th of August morning, early morning in
with your children, like with your son or husband or only son? When
my son and my husband.
so you three went, and on the 6th of August, was there any obstacle from the law enforcement or the Gen Z guys or girls?
There were a few people, but they did not look like they were students, but they were. So on 5th of August, we started seeing from our rooftop that people coming from Ganabhavan stealing all these, like, the chicken or some like swan and some other, and then one
Or
person
which
is
were basically ransacked, like when
ransacked.
a
Yes,
prime minister house was basically what I call it,
completely
vandalized. Yeah,
ransacked.
yeah.
So, but then I was so sad. I tried to stay composed, but I couldn't. But then I started getting some photos of all these massacres that was happening everywhere in Bangladesh, and it was
6th of
completely.
August, you went to the Bangabandhu house and you saw what
Oh,
you saw.
so yeah, people, there was no protection or anything, or like they did not bar us from entering, but I couldn't enter the house. I went to that balcony and tried to. Yes, this is. Oh, that's me and my son actually. Yeah, but
Okay,
that's not inside the premise. That was where the mural, Bangabandhu's mural, was.
okay.
Yeah, but inside that house, I went to the balcony, and it was all burned, and I do not know how to uh, depict my
Did you
feelings
see
there.
anybody, any dead body?
I cannot tell whether that was dead body, but I saw a few things in rolled in white cloths.
Okay.
I can't tell what was in that white piece of clothes, but there were things, and people were talking about, oh my gosh, the 3 or 4 dead bodies, but I heard it with my own ears that they were talking about some dead bodies,
You
but
told
I
us,
saw the white piece of clothes,
okay, it could be bodies or it could be
or
something
it could
else.
be anything, but I
Uh,
can't tell for
you
sure.
told
But
us, a few times that you collected some artifacts, like some
yes,
bird. So,
yes.
what you basically collected
So
from?
this picture that you were showing, that was the backside of Bangabandhu's house, because I went to that house several times. Every year I was going there during 15th of August, the remembrance of 15th of August. They used to arrange some dialogues over there, so I used to attend those. So I know that house very well, but that was the other side of Bangabandhu's house. Yeah. So where were we? Whenever I try to remember all these things, I lose my
You
mind.
collected some, I think, burned books you collected.
Yes. So there was this big picture where, that very widely known picture where Sheikh Hasina put her head rested on Bangabandhu's chest. There was this black and white photo. So that was half burned. That was still burning actually. So I put down the fire, and brought it with me. But then another was the comic book, the Mujib Bhai. So that was also was burning, but I turned down the fire. I took it to
I would
home.
say anybody can say, even I mean,
Yeah,
as a
that was the
Bengali
book. Yes,
as a
that was
Bengali
the book.
lady. Oh, you collected. It's your collection.
Yes,
You
that's
are
the book.
you acted like a daredevil. Should I say? Is it too much to say, or you were a daredevil in a
That
sense?
time actually, I mean, as I said, that
Oh, this is the picture. This is the picture I see. That.
This
Yeah,
is the picture, right?
yeah,
That's the picture I was
right,
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah,
Thank you for showing it, bringing
yeah,
this to the
yeah,
audience. But
yeah. Going back to the
to my
daredevil.
heart, as I say, that I was devastated, and then that rickshaw pullers, that sentence that they want a new system. They call it now. The students call it Noya Bondobosto, but I could connect that with what the rickshaw puller was saying. Uh, Yes, it was devastating.
Okay, another episode before we sum up today. Before you visited the Parliament building, the also
Yeah.
সংসদ Bhavan,
Shangshuk
and
Bhavan.
after 5th of August, and you saw crowds of white robes, women in hijab or face covered. Can you just give a description what you saw and which day it was?
It
You
was that
Shamsud Bhavan.
6th of August, 6th of August
6th
morning.
of August, you went to, with your husband,
Yes, husband, children, my
and you
mother-in-law.
saw thousands of people in white. I mean, like a with.
I
I won't
think
say that they are
thousands of
mullahs, but they
people
were
will be
wearing
an
like white robes, isn't it?
yes. I would say thousands of people will be an understatement. It was maybe lakhs in terms of lakhs.
100,000,
Hundred
100,000.
thousands. Yes.
Everybody was wearing like a white robes,
Yes.
and
And
women,
women all covered in like I couldn't see
their face.
faces, but it was a completely different atmosphere I experienced. I never
So we
saw
call it the
the,
Notun Bandobasto new system. So
yes, and that day
basically,
there was no police anywhere in Dhaka city, nowhere, and
oh,
people
this
were
is it
trying,
the picture you took?
right. Yeah,
Oh,
but it was from the one angle, but as I say that I never, I will few things, it remain in people's mind and heart. I will never forget that.
Dr. Islam, 6th of August. Can you tell me, was it a Friday?
It was, I don't think it was I can't
No, no,
but
no, but
I was so worried about my flight. My departure flight
6th
is
of
supposed to
August.
be
Anyway, the question
towards.
is that I was just thinking whether these guys came from Friday prayer
Oh, no, it
or
was early in the morning. I'm talking about 8:30 or 9 a.m.
so these guys were basically wearing like as if they came from a mosque or
So,
something.
as now I connect two and two, I think people who went to Ganabhavan, that Dhaka Cholo, who actually stormed into Dhaka city the day before 5th of August, they were actually, because, yeah, these
No,
people are part of that, I
no
guess.
wonder, no wonder. Omar Suleiman, a Palestinian American activist and Islamist leader in Dallas, Texas. No wonder Mohammed Hijab of UK, another Islamist leader in London. No wonder Al Jazeera reporter. They all wanted this new system. So it was not only Soros Biden's game, it was also global jihadist game too. So it's very unfortunate. Bangladesh has now fallen prey to the global jihad, and Hizbut Tahrir leader is right hand man of Muhammad Yunus. I hope the situation will change today or tomorrow, because Bengali nation cannot become subjugated by jihadis, and Bangladesh will never become another Iran under Ayatollah or another Afghanistan under Taliban's. Bengali nation will rise up. So, Dr. Islam, it was nice talking to you, and I'm grateful that you came on this platform, the voice platform, and gave
And
your
I want to
experience.
add one sentence here, that I'm sorry that towards the end of this show, as I was watching all these photos, the memories, and I couldn't keep myself composed. I apologize to the audience for that, but uh, uh, my emotion took over. So I'm sorry about that. But this is
It's quite all right, and we understand it, and you know that we shall overcome. That's my point. We shall
we have to
overcome.
overcome.
We have no choice. So this is a current situation. It's an anomaly, and Bengali nation has a thousands of year heritage. Bengali is a basic, basically a land of different religion, different ethnicities, obviously, and Bengali nation will not be subjugated to jihadis, whether it could be Hizbut Tahrir or Lashkar-e-Taiba or Taliban or Yunus himself. So let's hope victory will be ours. So thank you, Dr. Anjuman Islam, for
Thank
coming
you.
to our platform, and have a nice day.
You too. Bye.
Thank you.